Okay. Welcome in, James. Okay. We're back. We're doing stuff. We're making art. The boy's asleep, so we're gonna see how long we can get him to do that. It's gonna be a Christmas special? Kind of, yeah. I asked people to submit themed things this week, but that's about as Christmassy as we're gonna get. So if you haven't suggested anything this week, you're very welcome to. Feel free to add some Christmas flair to it. Okay. Let's see what we got. That's not the drink I wanted to grab. Let's warm up with a rugby sketch here. I haven't drawn a Krampus rugby yet this year, so we'll do one of those. Does Krampus have a mustache or just a beard? Cars are being loud? Yeah, no problem. So yeah, we're doing a pseudo Christmas special. We're going to do the same thing, viewer suggestion we normally do, but people are welcome to add some Christmas flair to it. I assume we're going to get lots of Krampus stuff. What else does Krampus need? Like a coat? Some switches? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh my goodness. I have so much stuff to do this week. How's your pre-Christmas planning going? Is there a particular reason you need a goblin heart, that one YouTube joke? No. It's just a silly gag. I was trying to think of goblin jokes, and that just popped into my head. Because the real joke is, what's the fastest way to a man's heart? Or some people say that the fastest way to a man's heart is through his stomach. I think it's through the chest. So I just took that and augmented it. Tiefling chief using a wildfire spirit to bake bread. That chat feels empty today. We're a bit early. We're early today. Sieg, welcome in. I'll put that on the list for you. WJ, welcome in. Krampus night. Yeah. Is today Krampus? Krampus Day? Gotta get some Lilith bread going on, which I think is actually, I think we're past devil bread. But either way. When are you gonna draw the Mary Lodge? I did last year. Did I? I think I did a. Did we do a Why You Should Play Mary Lodge, or did I just do a? I must have.
I don't remember. I don't think it was Why You Should Play. I think it's like How You Should Play.
Yeah, I think we did a.
Like a quest thing.
Mm-hmm. It was a mini episode. Welcome in, Corvus, by the way.
So Krampus Nacht is December 5th.
December 5th. Okay, so we missed it. That's all.
Yep, it's literally right before Feast of St. Nicholas.
Gotcha. That one my mom yelled at me about. So. What was I looking up? I just got distracted. Oh, the Mary Lab. Yeah, let me see if I can find the link. Cause I don't think I did just a YouTube short. That doesn't seem right.
No, I think you did a video, but I don't think it was like Why You Should Play.
Krampus. God, was that 3 years ago already? Maybe I did just draw it for a short.
Yeah, only short. It only was a short that came up, so.
Oh, snip snap. I don't remember how to spell it.
You did a Krampus player race last year.
That's right.
So I think you just did a short.
I can't figure out how to spell this. M-E-R-R-Y?
No, it's right here.
Huh. Yeah, my YouTube search won't do it. Weird. You got a link though?
Yeah, I sent it in the chat.
Okay, let me see.
In the YouTube chat.
Oh, nice. Okay. I wasn't aware you could do that. That makes sense.
I am a mod.
Yeah, I don't think everybody else can post links, but Corvus can.
I should run that through the YouTube thing and repost it this year. I might do that. I'll keep that for later. Jared, welcome in. The Rap Battle Skeleton Horse? Yeah, I like the Rap Battle Skeleton Horse. Oh, here, let me give you some space. Did you want to draw it today, Druid?
Yeah, I'll go to shot. I don't know how long I'll be able to draw. I scratched my eye a couple of days ago in my sleep. I don't know how it happened, but it did. And it's a little sensitive to my computer screen, so.
Interesting.
but it's doing better today.
I prefer the Yule lads over the Mary Lou. It might make me a populist go. Yeah, the Mary Lou is great. Thumb up that video. Share it with your friends. That was when I spent like a lot of time trying to make shorts.
Yeah.
It's like 6 hours is too long for a short video.
Especially one that's only going to get 300 views.
That one got 30,000, so that's not bad.
Oh, yeah.
That made me a whole like $1.50. Pretty great. Sorry, but the boy woke up. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Ooh, hello, welcome in, Moniker. I gotta set up a baby bottle. I'll be right back.
The thing about tieflings, I can never decide on horns. Horns are hard in general. I mean, unless you do a super abstract style where you can just put horns wherever. If you have to actually figure out the horns, it's rough.
Okay. We're back. Gonna put you down, or you're gonna scream? Oh, you're gonna scream?
Yep. I'm gonna clean my desk again.
Okay, sorry about that. The thing about tieflings is I can never decide on horns. Yeah, drawing horns is tough. Drawing horns is tough. I'm going to start the roll here. In 5 minutes, I will have to go get a bottle.
Oh my, why so sad?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, such a spoiled boy. Hold me. Hold me all the time. Let me play with the shit on your desk. I demand it. I demand stuff on the desk. No, kid. We've been over this. These are the rules. No touching the screen, no touching the pen. 8. A fir tree leshy barbarian dude. Okay. Fir tree, huh? What's happening here? Play with the fish? You want the fish? You want the pen? Kid. You can't play with the pen. It is against the rules. Nope. This is gonna be one of those days. I'd hoped to get some art done before he woke up, but he is a spicy. How about this one? You play with that one? Nope, not on the drawing tablet. Uh-oh. Yeah, kid. Here's the problem I'm running into. They want a big beefy barbarian, which would normally be like this.
Yep.
But they want a fir tree, which look like this.
Yep.
I can claim the first like on my vid now for non-existent clout. Nice. Thank you. Everyone like, subscribe, comment, follow. Oh yeah, you're gonna use that tiny thing to draw on the tablet? What if I... What can I give you that's not gonna damage my screen? That's the question. I need to give you like a rubber pencil. Do they make rubber pencils? Thank you for knocking all the cards over.
For sure. That well, they made rubber pencils when you and I were in elementary school.
I guess
remember.
so, yeah. But that has like I need not lead in it.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, those things did not sharpen or write well.
They were kind of garbage.
They were terrible.
Here you go. Draw with the fish. I guess if I'm drawing a leshy, it only has to vibe.
Yeah,
Tree, right?
totally. And this is a fir tree, Rook.
What's that?
I posted in the live stream chat. That's a fir tree.
Oh, okay.
They can grow all sorts of crazy directions. So you don't have to just do Christmas tree.
I was gonna say like, there's a lot of types of fur. I guess I'm normally thinking of like a Douglas fir, which are big. Big old trees.
I don't know, maybe incorporate elements of like the cones of fir trees.
Yeah, that might be a good way to do it. Large pole pine. That's not a fir tree. Did you just... Kid, you're just drooling all over me. Oh, I see.
I hunger.
It's because you put one of these in your mouth, which you were not supposed to have in your mouth. This is why the desk is dangerous, kid. I don't... Nope. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Maybe we just give him a big pine tree head. Why have Leslie shown up so much more recently, like in the culture of Cult of the Lamb and Inscription? Well, I mean, they're not new. They're not new things. They are very old. Pathfinder has a legitimate Leshy race, which I think added a little bit of oomph to it. It probably was Cult of the Lamb and Inscription that got it more into the mainstream. So
Yeah. Because, like, The Witcher's Leshen is not like Pathfinder Leshies.
yeah.
Which, hey, a Witcher 4 game is coming out.
I saw that. Apparently, Siri. What's her name? Is it?
Siri.
Is it Siri? Okay. It's like CRI, right? CRI something. Spelt weird.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the main character. Seems like it.
Yep.
Which cool. I'm down. I need to finish reading the books. I just got lazy. Started listening to Roman magic books instead. Da-da-da. Just give him giant pine cone nipples.
Do that.
Rook taken out of context.
Yep.
Me.
Kid, you're drawing right where I need to be. This is gonna be today. Sorry, everybody. If the child screaming is annoying, I apologize.
At least for us in the Discord, it sounds less screaming and more just him enjoying life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he's
So-
having a great time. I don't know if this counts as children appearing in the video. I need to figure that out. I need to call a YouTube contact. Be like, my kid won't stop just yelling. Do I need to be concerned about this? You casting spells on people?
Attempting to summon Goblin Army.
I'm gonna give him giant, like, unnecessarily big
Shoulders.
long arms. Just
Older.
sounds like he's attempting to, yeah. Basically. Babe with the power.
Dance, magic, dance.
What kind of head should we give this guy? Because Pathfinder Leshies have, like, the weird petal faces, which makes me think that this guy would just have, like, pine beard. Maybe we'll do that.
The Leshies don't have to. I think you're thinking of the Goran.
That's true. The Leshies are a little more weird, aren't they? I guess they're supposed to be smaller,
Yeah,
too.
they're a little
Yeah.
more amorphous.
Just make it a straight tree. It's a tree with abs. Oh my, kid.
I've seen a tree with abs. I mean, technically it was burl, but it looked like abs.
Oh my.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna give him a big old, like, knobbly nose and just no face. Just tree fluff. Oh, yeah? I apologize for commandeering chat. That's fine. Fill it up. Fill up the chat. F's in chat.
Oh, yeah.
Talking to
Oh
each
no,
other.
engagement. How horrible of you.
Yeah. We need it. We need the engagement. Hey, that's not appropriate. That's what you want. Where are all your toys, kid? Did they all get put in the bag? Right, welcome in, by the way. Okay. You're done, kid. Let me go see if the bottle's ready. We'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna sit you down here.
Dang nabbit.
Did I draw the Mary Lou as a live stream last year? Is that what happened?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember. I remember the drawing. I don't remember the process.
Yeah. Because the only thing I could find is a short, which seems a bit odd that you would spend that much time on drawing for a short.
Yeah.
But I think back then you were, though. Now think about it, because you made, like, all the animatics and everything. And you weren't putting out as many shorts at the time.
That's true. Those are great, Bri. Or the pine cone.
That was me.
That was you? Sorry, I just saw Bri's name. Apologies for what's the thoughts on the new D&D species? I like what they did to Goliaths. Oh, I haven't seen the new Goliath updates. What happened?
I'm not following D&D stuff. There are other TTRPGs doing stuff that I'm more invested in.
So, Goliaths, I think I mentioned, they're no longer just tied to stone giants, but the all giants.
That's right, they're just giant folk. Yeah, I'm okay with that kind of stuff. I feel like whenever you give people more options to be creative, things are better. Case in point, like, they're also adapting the tieflings to just be outsiders, which is what I've been advocating for years. Cough, cough, go check out my videos.
Cough, cough, they've been that way since 3rd edition, Rook.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Except they weren't that way in 5th edition.
Went that way in 5th edition.
And 4th edition. Because of 4th edition, 5th editions were just based on devils.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right. Like, a lot of the references I take for my videos come from 3.5. But I like it. I like that better. Same thing with the ASMR. Asmar tieflings are really the same thing.
I mean, Pathfinder also did that. They're all under one group now. The Nephilim, I think.
Yep. It's not even just tieflings and Asmar. It's like any type of outer plane being is in that group, minus like Dustwalkers. Because they're kind of just returned to people.
Yep.
In that case, I get why Pathfinder did it, because like Asmar very much was just a D&D creation.
Yep.
Like the name is vaguely related to stuff from like Persian mythology, but like it's super vague and like the words are not the same.
I think the kiddo's got the sniffles.
Ruh-roh.
He's got his flu shot on Saturday. Saturday. So he might
But you
just
already
be
got
recovering
the
from
flu
that.
shot.
You good? You want to do more? Good job. Good job. You did a good job. You're trapped in here today, kid. Mwahahaha. Okay, back to art. Sorry about that, everybody. Have some toys. You play with those? Maybe. Thinking about it.
I got a 5-minute lunch. I hate fairs. Oh no.
You like the original Furball Viking status instead of the... Alright, I gotta start this over. I think I gotta do something like really bestial. Instead of just trying to get abs in here. I think the pine cone pictures are inspirational. I also do like the blank face. I think that's really cool. So we might do that. One of these days I'm going to do a Mothman video. I watched a video yesterday about, I guess I shared it with Drew and Corvus already,
Yeah.
how to make exploration not suck. And I really liked the mentality of the guy making the video basically being like, gamify everything about your game. Like have everything set up in a formula where it's always back and forth between you and the DM. I liked that format of video. Like it was a good video. It was just talking. Maybe I should try that instead of just doing characters, but I don't know.
Real light domain cleric makes it moth obsessed with his son. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, what happened? You can't reach it? Oh, you're getting so tall, kid. Yeah? Actually, how tall are you now? Hold on. Hold on a minute. My goodness. My goodness.
Measure the Child live on YouTube.
Have a great day. No! The bar has been lost to the ferrets.
Back to the grind. Poor guy.
Yep. Boom, 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 boom. What is your satyr friend doing there?
He's saying get in the sack.
Oh, okay. I was afraid
I
he
haven't
was.
drawn the sack yet.
I was afraid he was looping his stuff.
Nope.
Tied around your waist like a belt.
I mean, if you've got the length for it.
Yeah, but I think I like that video concept. Sorry, that's what I was getting at.
Nope, you're good.
I wouldn't mind doing more DM advice stuff, which I've been doing for the shorts, which seem to be going over pretty well.
Yeah, I think DM advice with current YouTube probably works better in short format than it does in
Probably.
full-length video format. Do I have to give him a 4-foot-long tongue sticking out of his mouth in order for this to read as Krampus?
No, I think that's just a me thing.
No, it's there's a lot of that on the internet.
Yeah, a lot of the art shows Krampus having a really long.
Oh, I think you're right,
tongue.
actually. Like, even the old art.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Old art meaning like 1800s.
I guess how old is the Krampus lore? Does it predate Santa Claus?
Googling.
I don't know. Yeah, I would not be surprised if it feels like it's something that comes from a pagan tradition that was then maybe adopted by Christianity.
I kind of dig this guy now.
Starting over helps.
See, it feels too. How should I say?
Krampus or the thing I'm
Purpose-
drawing? What are we talking about?
Krampus.
Okay.
Krampus feels too purpose built to be super old.
You think
I
it's,
think
it's a response to children being greedy over Christmas?
No, so I think it is like from the medieval periods, like when like the tradition of it starts coming up.
Okay.
Many like, okay, great, but the medieval period is like 1,000 years.
Yes, but what I mean is less pagan, more Christian built medieval.
Okay.
Because where this comes from, Switzerland, Austria, were thoroughly Christianized before the rest of.
Yeah.
So
German
not
speaking.
I can't think of the word. Appropriated?
Like-
Not appropriated from something, just built whole cloth.
I like there were probably elements of it derived from it. There are like wild men folklore from the region
Hey, what's
that
going on?
pop up like around Christmas time and like
You stuck?
yeah, mainly Christmas time. But like I think Krampus in itself was purpose built, drawing on older traditions, but not like Krampus himself. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think so.
Because it feels. Because everything you read about him is like just straight up tied to St. Nicholas.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I guess my thing is, it feels too quote unquote demonic for it to be purely pagan in origin.
Come here.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
Kiddo's having a rough time. Oh my, that's a sad face. What happened? Hey, baby. There you go. You want this? No, you want the pen? You can't have the pen. You can have this, or the fish, or a ball. What would you like? I totally have YouTube closed. What happened? Sorry, YouTube. Why Krampus so damn sexy, right? St. Nicholas did die in 343 AD. Swart Pete isn't documented as Santa's helper until 1850. Okay, yeah. Cheap bus, kid. You can't have the pen. This is your option. I feel like I've made a northern tree folk Mothman.
Yeah. This anthropologist in the regions where it kind of originates in Styria, which is in Austria, says it seems to derive from a few other festivals, such as Feasts of the Holy Innocents and New Year's Day, where masked devils acted boisterously and making a nuisance of themselves around since the 16th century, wearing animal masks.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So then is Mary Late from the same?
Mary
tradition?
Lou is probably
Brazilian, I
older.
think.
Yeah, no,
'Cause-
yeah, I get that she's almost certainly older, but is that like from the same sort of tradition of?
So Mary Lou
Wearing
is
animal
from Wales and Cornwall.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So
So completely
England.
different or
Yes.
part of the world, yeah.
uh,
I thought that
There
was
is-
yeah. Mary Lou is for people that like shun the carolers, right?
kinda, it's part of caroling in that region. So like you would go and you would like in probably about the previous month you would be like decorating the horse skull, and then like around I guess probably towards the end of November throughout December, caroling starts, and they are like it's just one of those weird winter things that happen. Like there's even things in Japan that happen like that,
That's cool.
where people will just dress up, barge into your home, and take your stuff and leave. It's just a weird tradition that happens in wintertime.
I'm a demon. Give me your shit.
Yeah, it's like don't be greedy in wintertime. I think it's the best thing it boils down to.
That would
'cause
make sense.
Everyone needs help in wintertime.
Hey, don't be greedy, or else everybody's gonna die.
Yeah. Share your shit.
10 different helpers in different parts of Europe. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the that which we do not speak of.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
Winnebagoes.
formalization of eat the rich.
Winnebagos are all about not being selfish.
Because, like, the Yule Lads is all about, like, I guess less the Yule Lads and more the Yule Cat, which is related to the Yule Lads, is, like, punishes lazy kids for not doing their weaving and spinning through the winter months. Because it only punishes kids who've not received new clothes. Because, like, in Iceland, the wool industry was, like, a cottage industry, so every family was in on it. And if the kids didn't pull their weight, it means, like, they will not be getting new clothes. Meaning they were lazy.
Yeah, so how do you tell if someone's lazy? They look homeless.
Yeah, that's
Not cool.
kind of what's...
Not cool.
Yep. But I think it's less that and more of, like, if the kids didn't help with the weaving and spinning of the yarn process, that meant there wasn't going to be enough surplus for the family to make new clothes.
That makes sense. By the way, I was being sarcastic, by the way.
I know.
Okay. I just want to put that on the internet so people are aware that I don't believe that.
Yeah. And then you got, like, the Namahage, which are from northern Japan. They're, like, red and blue oni wearing, like, straw Mino coats, which are the weird straw raincoats. And they'll, like, barge in to people's houses screaming for, "Where's all the lazy kids?"
Would you like to sell me your lazy children? Nutcracker Warforged is the next one I got.
One of them carries a knife to cut off the calluses of lazy kids. Or cut off the blisters of lazy kids.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's... it's terrifying. And obviously the parents are laughing their asses off. They also torment newlyweds. For some reason.
Hey, Biggie.
Probably because newlyweds drop all of their other friends and leave society, and then when they do reappear, they'll let their partner and their flourishing relationship is all they can talk about. The jerks.
I'll show you to be happy. I don't know what I've done here, but I've drawn some kind of dog. I was gonna try to go. What's the word? Gurren Lagann and like put the mouth in the stomach, because that's how nutcrackers work. But like, I think I need to draw a Warforged and then put a nutcracker in it instead of the other way around. Welcome in, by the way. Should I connect the jaw all the way down the body? That's the question. Or should I just put like a giant nutcracker in the chest? If this is a Warforged, how big are these nuts? That's the real question.
They're coconuts.
Coconut cracker? I started watching Dan to Dan.
Uh-huh.
It's good. It's fun.
Oh, yay.
There's a lot
I'm
of
behind.
a lot of my balls jokes, and I thought that was an interesting choice.
Yep.
And then they directly bring it up. Why is everybody so interested in my balls? It's like, that's a good question, kid. It's a good question. The aliens want nothing but banana organs, and I'm like, all right. I can't tell if that's a euphemism or they actually. I don't
Want
know.
bananas?
That's a. Can't tell if it's a joke or or I don't understand what they mean. You know.
I'm sure at the moment.
Yeah.
Also, I found out sugar plums are not plums.
You're correct. They're candy.
Yep.
Why are their
They
faces?
could be made with plums. They're usually some kind of stone fruit dried.
Because essentially Jordan almonds are sugar plums.
Interesting. You wanna go down?
Yeah, they qualify.
Because it's just any type of
Dried fruit or nut that is
or seed.
Yeah, or seed, tossed in sugar until it gets a coating.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
You should go watch Tasting History's video on it last week.
I did not. YouTube doesn't suggest him to me anymore for some reason. I don't know why.
He probably passed over one too many of his videos.
It could be true. It could be true.
I mean, Peach is a little bit big for what you do with them. I think, like, they've used, like, stone fruit seeds for them. So, like, which is essentially just an almond.
Here's something that you might. Around here, we have apples. I'm just going to say it this way: apples, and then peaches. Right? Just draw a little booty right there. Peaches, and then we have plums, and then we have nectarines and like pie peaches. So like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like you can get these are just, I think peaches being this big, like the normal size that we see them, is a newer thing.
That's entirely possible.
Yeah, because we grow them to be huge, but there are quite a lot of peaches you can get that are like lemon sized and stuff. So I could see those
from
being,
the
if you
history
pit them,
that-
especially if you pit them, like they're going to be pretty small.
Yeah. Well, what Max was saying is, like, all the, like, recipes that he has found for quote-unquote sugar plums, none of them include plums.
Funny.
At all. Like, I think the biggest fruit he mentioned was maybe cherries?
Okay, I can see that.
I would. Did he not mention apricots?
Apricots, yeah.
So yeah,
That's-
I would bet that in the process
that
of doing that and then
apricots,
coating it with sugar, it makes them bigger, and that's why they look like plums.
Yeah.
So they would look like
Yeah.
tiny
But also,
plums.
he also mentions, like, English people just call everything plums for
Kinda like
some
they call everything dessert.
ungodly reason.
Yeah, it's what just why like same way as every dessert is pudding.
Yep,
Plum just
It-
means fruit, generic
basically.
fruit.
Because, like, plum pudding has no plums in it. It's
Either, yeah.
raisins.
Yeah.
Same with figgy pudding. Never
Yeah,
has
no
figs in
figs.
it.
Yep.
It's just raisins and dried fruit, like dried peel.
So, when do we start yelling at the British? And remind
I
them that
always
words have
do.
meaning.
Anytime I watch Lost in the Pond.
Yeah, Lost in the Pond.
Yeah. Us Americans need to yell at the English a little bit more often.
Yes.
Considering they yell at us all the time. It's like,
We also do need to be yelled at.
doing?
Yes. Yes, we do.
I don't think so.
Some of our word choices, some of the choices we have made for the English language make as much sense as some of the things that England has made for the English language. So we can look. It can be
We can both be
a
wrong.
fun, lighthearted relationship where we don't actually hate each other and just point out the stuff that's ridiculous and move on with our lives. We can do this in a healthy manner. That's all I'm saying.
I don't want to be in a healthy manner.
I hope I'm making nightmare fuel for somebody here.
I have expect this to be in Dawn to Dawn.
Right. I think I'm channeling it a little bit. That show goes so hard.
Oh yeah.
In the weirdest ways, and it's just like it so fluidly bounces between like weird teen, silly shenanigan
Drama.
and angst to just like crippling depression. So fast.
And just trauma and like just like
How many
great,
episodes
now
are
I
there
feel
right now?
incredibly bad.
Is it still coming out,
I
or is it just only 11 episodes?
I think it's let me look.
We got to episode 10, and then episode 10 was actually an episode of mechanical arms. And I was like, the hell? So
Let me look here.
I don't know what's happening there. I'm like, this can't be the right episode, right? So there's something weird on the server that I'm watching it on.
You said you got to episode 10?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Crunchyroll is broken right now, apparently.
Oh. Yeah, no, it should start with something different. Just say.
Kid.
Is he chewing on a balloon?
Who?
Or is he just rubbing his hands against the desk?
What are we talking about?
The kid.
We're hearing a smudgy.
Oh, that's my chair. My chair is rubbing
Rubber,
against
okay.
the desk. Kid. Okay, you can't be up here. He's gonna scream. Kid.
No. You broke the rules. You broke the rules.
Yeah, just to give you like how weird Dun 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 is, Druid. One of the episodes includes a mantis shrimp alien monster.
That doesn't sound that weird. As far as I'm concerned, mantis shrimp are already alien monsters, so. Sounds about right to me. I'm not really satisfied with these hands, but I think I want to be done with my Krampus get in the sack.
This is also one of the aliens that shows up.
Oh, that is terrifying.
Yep.
That is a. Does this look like the face of mercy?
Like, we are a friendly species. I was like, sure. Sure, Jen.
Right.
Oh, poor boy.
So, Rook, does this sack still look like he's lassoing his boy bits, or does it read correctly now? No, he's still busy. To help me out, share your chat.
Yeah. Yeah, those guys are creepy. Sorry, the kid is in upset mode because
you're
he
good.
had the grandparents here all weekend and he never touched the floor. And now, if he has to be put down, he gets mad.
There's nothing interesting on the floor. This thing you are drawing is kind of freaky, Rook.
Yeah, I mean, that's what people get when they want the Nutcracker.
I'm just saying you didn't have to draw the spine in the back of the torso mouth.
I didn't have to go this hard, but I did.
We can blame Don for this.
Yeah. Turbo Granny, is that her name?
Yep, Turbo Granny.
Turbo Granny's teeth go all the way around, and I kind of love it and hate it. Like, when the mouth is closed, it looks like this. But then when they do draw the character with their mouth open, it's just teeth continuously. Yeah, it's great. It's great. We were talking about Penny Parker yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Spider Girl with robot. And I started looking into it, and like I think you said it was like the Evangelion universe Spider-Man.
Yep.
And
At least inspired by.
Yeah, it's almost like, yeah, it is that, and I super love it.
Oh no!
Like I didn't realize how much it was that, and I was just like, yeah, like this is how Evangelion should look now. So I super dig that comparison, and Dan and Evangelion just like they tick the right boxes for weird cyber robotic shit that I love. I remember like a month or two ago when you were telling me to watch Dan, and I looked it up and I was like, "Is this hentai?" Because it's got some weird shit in it. And then we started.
I was hesitant to recommend it for you.
No, but like just
like...
on first inspection, that's the vibe I got. And then we started watching it.
Oh, kid. Yeah, what's up? Oh no. I'm sorry. Hey, oh, that's gonna kill you.
There you go. You can have this back. We started watching it, and like Turbo Granny, the first thing she says is like, "Give me that weenie," and and Chopro's just like, "What are we watching?" I was like, "Don't worry, I vetted this first." The first episode is very weird.
We're good. I also warned you. It's
did.
Weird.
Yep. It gets super weird.
Oh, kid. You sound so sad.
It looks like there are going to be 12 episodes for season 1.
Hello. Hello. Oh, you give kisses. You said baby give kisses. Yeah.
And the next one comes out tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So it's still airing.
Yeah, but
yeah, I don't know what happened.
Tomorrow,
We were trying to watch
ends,
it, and like
so.
the title and the
Oh boy, that's a lot of feelings, kid.
the title and the scenes were like the everything seemed right, but it was the wrong episode. Like, it was the wrong series completely. So,
Uh oh. Alright, I'm gonna roll for a prompt 7. Wendigo covered in blankets and scarves, maybe with hot chocolate.
I'll be right back.
Yep.
Feisty kid. Ooh. New Pathfinder Adventure Path coming out. The
That's-
Spore War.
The the spore war.
Yep.
Interesting.
Possibly related to Tree Razor. Razor as in raising, like, to the ground. I hate that word. This is apparently the cover art for it.
Oh, damn. That's pretty cool looking. An infested tyrannosaur? That looks like to me.
Yep. Takes place in Kyonin, which is the Elven, really the only Elven nation. And fight against the demon armies of Tanglebriar.
I do not want to do this. With that head on. Let's see.
Oh, excuse me.
Blah, 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 blah. He doesn't have as much as staring into my soul. Yeah, seriously, right? Have a complaint about my headcanon of the Luck Wars where halflings and Harengon would attempt to cut off each other's legs.
Jesus.
Yeah, not that I remember. That seems like a heavy thing to complain about. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, deer don't really have front teeth. I've drawn this skull incorrectly. Okay, that's fine.
Oh yeah. They really don't. They just have like lower bottom teeth,
Yeah.
like camels.
Are cows like that as well?
Mm, I think cows have front up teeth. No. Must just be, they also don't have, like,
Sorry,
top
I'm back.
front teeth.
Wait, who don't have front teeth?
Cows.
Cows
Oh,
and
They don't
deers.
have, yeah, cow and deer, they don't have upper incisors.
they have a, what is it called, like a mastication plate?
Yeah. Of course, Rick would
mentioned-
know this. He grew up in farm country.
Yeah, because I mentioned camels, and by extension, llamas and alpacas just have, like, a flat pad on the upper top part of their jaw. And bottom
Kid,
teeth
what is
that
going
continue
on?
to grow.
This kid's having some issues. No, you just wanted to trick me to get back on the desk? Nope. No.
He's learned or is learning that he can get a specific outcome if he behaves a specific way.
Yep.
Oh yeah. No, he's real smart. He's real smart. He's real tough. He's got lots of good stats. He's just a pain in the butt. Is this what you want? You want the cap from the bottle? That's the only thing that will satiate you? Yeah, is that funny? He wants the bottle, and he wants to suck on it, but he doesn't want to tip it up so that the milk comes out of it. That makes him mad. He just... Now you want the top of the bottle that also doesn't have any milk in it. Great. Great kid. I take back everything I said about him being real smart.
Oh.
Why? Buh. Why? Yeah, it's just a big piece of plastic. Gonna fit it in my mouth. I'm waylaid from the computer. Sorry, buddy.
I'm actively drawing.
Cause
So we should be good.
God of Luck is a halfling god, and the Harrigan was pissed about it. That's a good point. That's a good point. But I also don't, like, I'd be fine if they were the same god. You know? One god, two shapes. The halfling say is a halfling, the rabbit say is a rabbit. Is there another name for Turbo Granny, or is Turbo Granny the direct translation?
I think that's just what they call her, because in the... Let me see.
I guess I'd kind of assumed that all of these things were based off of real ghosts.
Like, they are, but they're also, like, given, like, their own, like, names.
Okay, that was my question. So like there is a old lady that looks after the souls of lost women, but her name's not Turbo Granny.
Cabo Baba is the Japanese name,
Cabo,
which is just
Cabo Baba.
Cabo, which is just turbo. The Japanization of the word turbo.
Okay.
So it kind of is actually direct translation Turbo Granny. That's pretty
Turbo
funny.
Granny is a modern urban legend throughout Japan.
Okay, that makes more sense. She's a modern.
So,
That would make
Yeah,
sense.
like the split face girl.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that was so close, kid. Try again.
Because it's like seeing, I don't know, blurry pictures of Bigfoot, of
Right.
like a granny running along us.
Do. Can I make this nutcracker more cursed?
I'm sure you can, but should you?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's the question you need to be asking now.
I know what I want to add, but I don't know if I can. With the time and baby
Child.
minutes allotted to me. I want to give him real, long, unnecessary Evangelion fingers. Ubatsu? Oh, this elderly woman being abandoned remote. Sorry, Grandma, you're too old. You're going to
Yep.
the mountains.
I didn't want to like say that into the YouTube video, so I was like, I'll just share it. So
And tantrum. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. You still want the bottle? Maybe. How about the cap? Where'd the cap go? Oh, look at that. Okay.
work. Did not work.
So, Drew, did you get a chance to watch that video?
I lost track of time this morning when I was going to, and I
that's
started it literally right as your stream started.
That's fine. I wanted to talk to you about it. Specifically, I mean, I'll wait until you actually get to watch it. But
Yeah.
specifically, like, I think it brings up a better kind of concept of like the difference between railroading and like guided play,
Uh-huh.
and I think that's like the really important part.
Right.
Because it made me want to like rethink. I kind of flubbed the last dungeon room we did, like the treasure portion of it, because I basically just had like a list of like here's the stuff in the room, and then I kind of flubbed my way through it.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
Just thinking about that made me like, okay, I think there's a better way to write. There's a better way to write room directions. Or
Yeah,
room,
yeah, absolutely.
Explorations.
And like that's finding a better way to deal with that sort of thing is something that I've been trying to like I've been grasping at trying to get better at that as well for a really long time.
Yeah.
I'm sure you noticed that like whenever I like want you guys to do some exploration, basically what I do is I word vomit information at you guys about what all is in the room, and then I just kind of shut up and leave you guys to sit and stew in that until somebody like says, I want to interact with that thing.
Yeah, and I think this guy talks pretty much about that, which I think is good. And I need to do. Oh my god. He's just standing. He's just standing next to his crib, looking at me, and just like, ah! I think he needs a nap. I think it's the problem.
We know how he feels about those.
Yep.
See if we can make the sad boy go to sleep.
Good luck.
We're fine. I love that's way too many horns, and I love it.
Yep.
It's just everywhere. Is that Spore War? Is that what that says?
Yes.
New
That is
adventure
what
pack
this
that's
is.
coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I think the biggest thing, something I kind of took away from that video, and with an example of what the last room I wanted to run was, is like the ability to open a door and guide them through a room should be like 5 chunks, right? With pauses in between.
Yeah.
Versus just like, here's the whole room, here's everything in the room, and then you go, right? It's like, what happens as you open the door, and how do the players react to that? And it's like, that's a great question. And so it's I think it's definitely going to change the way I write rooms, because right now I just kind of have them as blank lists, and then I get flubbed up because I'll put things that I think are important in bad spots.
Yep.
And so, hi kid. Yeah. Oh, you happy boy now? No, not happy boy? Yo, yeah. You were just oscillating between super tired and cranky and very happy. No, don't touch the chair. You need to go to sleep. Sleepy boy. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. Have we alienated all the people in the YouTube chat? That's the question. No, there's a bunch of people in here. Welcome in, everybody. Sorry, we're taking care of the boy right now. Druid's drawing some awesome stuff, and I'm drawing some horrific things. So, hopefully that will continue in a minute.
It's all perfect for Christmas.
Yeah. Who doesn't love a screaming baby for Christmas? Yeah. Oh, so sad. I'll be right back. 1 second.
What Krampus is all about. Alright, I'm gonna have to get to these antlers and I'm scared. I'm scared, chat. Sinterkinder. I am quite happy with this deer skull. I need to, I think, lighten it a little bit. Strategically. I suppose the antlers are vaguely sleigh-shaped. That was not on purpose. I wish I was that good at planning my art. Yeah, you don't, Elliot, you do not have to worry about spelling. I gave up on spelling in the first grade. I still try occasionally, but as long as communication is possible, it's spelled good enough.
What was that?
Elliot apologizing for their spelling.
Ah.
Sometimes I wonder if I never got diagnosed with it or anything, but my father is dyslexic. I've always wondered if I was a little bit as well. Because I read very well, but I read by the shape of words and like by picking out a few important consonants. I don't actually like.
Here's the way it was described to me, because I most likely am dyslexic. And they wanted to do tests to like confirm that, and them telling me that made me figure out my dyslexia. And cope and correct it. So I still very much like write my letters backwards sometimes and jumble up letters all the time, and that basically means I don't have it. So like the functional problem that I have can be corrected myself, so it's not a
disability.
It's not a disability. Yeah, that's the thing. So like I do have dyslexic tendencies, and I definitely have that problem. But it's not something that needs to be a diagnosed, correctable thing, you know.
Right.
I don't have to do more than I just have to work harder. I had to work harder as a kid.
Kid, what are you doing?
All right.
So it's the same thing with like ADHD and
yeah,
and autism, right? Like you can have a whole bunch of the tendencies and issues and problems with it, but until it becomes a debilitating issue, it's just not something you really need to worry about. So yeah, you might be.
Yeah, who knows?
You probably do. You probably have some dyslexic issues.
If I
From what I can tell, I think it's pretty
found a way around it. Yeah.
Pretty common with artists because you think visually instead of there's a word for thinking like linearly, right?
Yeah.
And I don't remember what it is. And that's why a lot of creative people struggle with spelling and
Kid, yeah. I'm gonna try again.
Keeping their rooms clean.
It's really bad when I type, because if I know how a word is spelled and it's short enough, I'll hit all the keys at one time. Blah, 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 blah. And so the spell check just doesn't know what the fuck I'm doing.
That's very funny, actually. My writing actually is better with typing, but it wasn't that way until Arial font.
Oh, interesting. So it's like based on the typography.
A little bit. With I don't think it needs to be Arial font specifically. It just needs to be something sans serifs.
Interesting.
So Times New Roman, I had if I typed out a word, I couldn't. It became complex of enough of a shape that I couldn't tell where my spelling errors were as often. With a font without any serifs, the shapes are much simpler and therefore easier for me to recognize when it's incorrect.
I was just talking to one of the Saga's people about.
Oh, my baby boy, what happened? Nothing.
Talking to the Saga people about page layout and they were saying that essentially there are specific fonts that are like that help people with dyslexia and ADHD.
Yeah.
Which sounds like exactly what you're talking about, but I couldn't for sure say what they were talking about. It just that reminded me of it. So that's interesting. Interesting. Like letter shape actually helps different people. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that sans serif fonts, like, they were specifically developed for people with
that's cool.
language-based learning disabilities to help them be able to
read
and type better. Yeah, that is specifically why they became the standard.
Cool. All right, I'm rolling the dice. Is this? Did you roll this off the list, or you just drawing a?
I did roll this off the list.
Which one was that?
7, I think. Wendigo covered in blankets and scarves.
Gotcha.
I forgot the scarves.
10. Order of the Ancients Frost Giant Paladin with a sprig of mistletoe as a holy symbol. Frost Giant Paladin, huh? Doodle-dee-doo.
What'd you find, kid? You got real quiet, and that worries me. Found a ball? Okay. Yeah, good job. I see it.
That's cool. My brain shortcuts associated several associations severely, so I often end up grabbing conclusions? Gaping conclusions? Gapping conclusions. I might need a clarification on that one, Elliot. I have a constant fear of leaving things out, so I often end up repeating myself.
Same. Big same.
I will do that too. I guess mine's less of a fear and more of a... I guess you could count it as a fear. Like, I feel like I'll say something and then I'm like, I'm worried people didn't get what I meant. Somebody reiterated in a different way and they're like, yeah, we got it the first time. I'm like, okay, well, you didn't acknowledge that I got it the first time. And then it just becomes a cycle of me saying the same thing to somebody like 10 times. And they're like, I got it. It's like, okay, cool. I need that affirmation, yo. I hear what you're saying. I just don't care. Ba-bum, bum, boom, bum, bum, bum. I went to a Christmas party last night, and people started talking about League of Legends and Arcane.
Yep.
And I said, "Oh, Arcane was great, but like the worst thing about Arcane is that it tricked people into thinking that League of Legends was good." And everybody laughed, and I'm like, "Haha, that's a funny joke." And then there was one person that just like did not take it as a joke, and I'm like, "Oh, you play lots of League of Legends, don't you?" Like, "Yeah." And I was like, sorry, I don't I'm sorry that you play League of Legends, but I'm also sorry that my joke was directed at you, so oops. But oh well, I'll probably never meet them again.
Yeah, there's at least that.
I figure you put more than 1,000 hours into a game and you can probably make as much fun of it as you want, but
Yeah.
people will always be protective of the things they like, so that's fair.
I have no problems with League as a game. It's the community that I can't.
Do 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 do.
Alright, I gotta stop putting off these antlers. Gonna do them. Gonna do them. Gonna stop adding cloth, and I'm gonna do the antlers.
You don't have to. I mean, you could do. Just completely finish it up. I think you're good.
No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Any moment now.
Eventually. I feel like I've drawn Jack Black in a.
Yeah, a little bit.
My Hero Academia community or LOL community? I don't know the My Hero Academia community, but I've heard like memes online about them being bad. So I don't know. I don't have any experience with that. I have had lots of experience with very toxic people playing League of Legends, and I've probably been one of those people at some point in time. So it's a fun multiplayer game, just not a fun community to play with. Yeah, like I eventually got to the point where I would only play games if I could play with at least 3 other people, and even then, like having one pug on your team, like 1 or 2 pugs, is just, it can ruin the game. Not because they're bad, just because they can be shitty people. So I think the unfortunate necessity of having to play with 10 strangers just kind of breeds a little bit of toxicity, and then that mixed with the fact that the game is balanced in a way that you really can't 4v5 really drops the ball in terms of like creating cohesive gameplay. So things like Heroes of the Storm kind of have the same problem, but the games are much faster and more oriented around 2 or 3 people kind of controlling the flow of the game. So like having a 5-man team, they'll try to only pair you with other 5-man teams, and that makes the game a lot more balanced. And League, I think League started trying to do that once when I started leaving, because they were trying to match people like teams of 3 against teams of 3, and then they would add like 2 people. But yeah, it's weird. It's a hard problem to solve.
Oh my, you're just crawling around the floor like being mad, kid. Just take a nap. There's 1,000 blankets right next to you.
No, I refuse.
Just... oh lordy.
Sleep is for the weak.
I might have to call it here. He is just so spicy. I bet if I took 10 minutes, he'd probably fall asleep. But every time I try to make him fall asleep, he just gets super amped that I picked him up again. I gotta figure out this dichotomy of pick me up and
Like he's playing by himself right now. He's doing great. He's just also whining uncontrollably. What's wrong? Are you hurt? Your nose the sniffles?
he'll look at me and smile like, check out this thing I'm doing, and then he'll go, wah.
Yeah. Yeah. You like the attention. You just don't like being on the floor. Hello.
It's just weird kid. Everything this says cat nose frost giant. Oh, interesting. Maybe because of the mustache, the mustachio.
Yeah, I think it would be the
It's a
mustache.
beard with a hat. Yeah, essentially.
Just like all dwarves. Dwarf is the beard.
I don't foresee Frost Giants wearing a lot of armor, but I like the idea of like the big, poofy cover. Okay, kid. Would people like me to go try to get the kid to sleep, come back in 10 minutes, or should we just call it for the day?
I'm good with whatever.
People go about their business.
If we call it in the next couple minutes, I only have to draw one side of these antlers.
That's true. Sprig of mistletoe as a weapon, or should I just like put it on a shoulder pad?
I don't know.
This is essentially just gonna look like this, right?
Correction, you can't use mistletoe as a weapon.
Say that again.
I said you can't use mistletoe as a weapon.
Why not?
It's just a vine.
Okay.
And what you're drawing is holly. Mistletoe is
Dang it.
Parasite.
yeah. Mistletoe is an evergreen tree parasite.
Does Holly also have the pokey spiny bits?
No, that's holly. Mistletoe doesn't have those.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Kid, what was that? All right, one baby, come here. What's going on? He's so tired. Oh, poor baby. Come on.
Mistletoe is shaped like a dart to kill Balder.
That's mistletoe.
Okay.
Yeah. Physically cannot be done though, because it's a soft plant.
Yeah, it is extremely. It's an extremely fragile herb. There is no woody material on it at all.
I'll be right back.
Yep.
I gotta get this kid away from the computer screen. I'll be right back.
Totally. Mistletoe doesn't even have a root system.
Mm-mm. I mean, it could also just be a mistranslation
What specifically?
of like mistletoe, like saying that it was mistletoe that killed Balder, but it's like I don't know if it even grew that far north in Norway or Iceland.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think the farthest north it goes is the British Isles, and it doesn't get super cold there.
Yeah, mistletoe wouldn't be able to survive in a really harsh winter. Because as I said, it's evergreen.
Yep. It's almost like a succulent.
Yeah.
I guess technically it is a type of succulent. So highly toxic.
Except to birds, I guess. At least the fruit. Birds eat the fruit. And it relies on birds to spread its seeds. The white fruits are very, very, very sticky. And so the seeds can stick on the outside of the bird's beak. So when a bird eats the fruit, it'll fly to a branch of another tree and then clean its beak by rubbing it on a branch, and that's That's where the seed sticks, and that's how it gets a new host.
Also, probably from. So I did a little bit of googling. So there's an older story of Balder.
Mm-hmm.
The blind dude that killed him in the more newer story. Um, they were rivals at one in the older story, and the blind guy kills Balder with his sword named Mistletoe.
Oh. All right, I need to put just a little bit of color behind this. Highlight layer didn't help. Interesting. Slug says always thought it was an arrow tipped with mistletoe. That would make more sense considering, as you said, plant produces highly toxic compounds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see. One translation of it simply says that they even just threw mistletoe at Balder and it killed him. So it
He's
a little
allergic
bit.
to fiber.
Yep. Just say maybe Snorri Sturluson got his plants mixed up and wrote down the wrong word.
Yep.
Because that's the only reference we have to it. We're talking about a name, Snorri Sturluson.
Oh, good lord. Okay.
You're back?
That was bananas. I gotta figure out how to get this kid to go to sleep. I thought it was an arrow tipped with mistletoe. That could be.
And he's waking up. Great.
Yeah, I thought so. Baldur's essentially Achilles, right?
I'm not actually sure.
Like he was invincible and nothing could hurt him except for mistletoe.
I thought it was... Yeah, I guess it was something like that. I think it was like exploiting a prophecy.
So I thought Loki tricked the blind guy into killing him.
Yes. Yes, he did.
Okay. He does look like a giant cat now that I look at it.
It's the shape of his nose and his mustache.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm back.
Welcome back.
No
Dogs
worries.
were barking.
His mother basically made every living thing take an oath, but she was excluded mistletoe because it was too young to make a contract. Ah, okay. That sounds right.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm encroaching.
A little bit.
Oh, Lord.
Loki took that information and got Hodor to play in the game. Balder was super psyched that Loki was helping Hodor play because everyone else was having fun.
Look, he did nothing wrong.
Yeah. I'll admit I'm for sure swayed by OSP's recounting of the Norse tales. Where Loki only causes half of the problems of the pantheon, but is made to clean up everybody's problems.
Yep. I mean, Thor rides his nephew around as a horse. That doesn't seem responsible to me.
Well, I mean, whatever happens between two consenting adults.
Trying to slip there. Loki's son. If people were unaware.
Yeah. Loki does get a lot more shit than he should, considering all of the gods were horrible.
Yep.
Do normal 8-month-olds cry themselves to sleep? Is this a thing?
I don't know.
I feel like I'm doing something wrong.
I think so.
Just like he gets tired, so he screams, and then you try to put him to sleep, and he screams because he's falling asleep, and then he wakes up screaming, and then you pat him, and he's like, "Okay, good, you're still here," and then he screams some more, and he passes out. It's like, all right, we both got what we wanted out of this. Why were you screaming the whole time?
I mean, you did say he was teething, so it...
It could be. He could just be uncomfortable while he's doing it, but like, he's been consistently doing this for a while.
Yeah. I did a Google search, just seeing what people were saying. range from just sleep cycle transitioning, teething, overtiredness, growth spurts, separation anxiety.
Which, I mean, that's probably the most likely thing, because like when the grandparents are here, they just hold him until he passes out, and he doesn't cry. He just passes out. It's like he wakes up and he's like, "Hey, pick me up so I can go to sleep." I'm like, "Kid, just go to sleep." He's like, "No, pick me up. You need to pick me up so I can sleep."
I think like he doesn't cry for like 2 to 3 hours a day.
No,
like straight.
He just screams while he's trying to go to sleep.
I wouldn't worry about it too much then. Maybe if he's like 5 or 6 crying, trying to go to sleep, maybe then worry.
Yeah. They haven't cried out as a thing because some babies can't help but find falling asleep uncomfortable. That might be the case. He is just, ever since he was born, he hates like being on his back. Even at the hospital, he was trying to like roll around, and they were just like, "Jeebus, is a strong baby. Do tummy time." And I was like, "Okay." And he loves tummy time, but now if you put him on a blanket where he's supposed to sleep, he just like, "No!" Panics.
I think my eye is too tired from looking at my computer screen, so you can
Fair
have
enough.
all of the canvas. I think I'm done drawing.
I think I'm probably gonna call it after this one. It is 12:30. I started a little early. I'm not really happy. Let's just, you know what? We're gonna redo this one and then we're gonna call it. I like the concept. I like where we're going, but there's some things that I have issues with. Mostly the beard. I like this head though, so we're gonna move this over. We're gonna give this guy the most majestic of beards. Maybe we'll give him some beard plaits. I was rereading the Silmarillion again because I still never like cognitively finished it.
Yeah.
I'll start reading it, and then I'll all of a sudden be like, "Wait, how did we get here? Crap!" And so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to listen to it before bed, but I'll listen to it in like 15-minute stints, and then if I fall asleep, I'll restart that 15 minutes. Like the next day, I'll redo that 15 minutes.
Yep.
And so I'm pretty happy with, like, I've gotten like 3 or 4 chapters in, and they were talking about the dwarves, and I thought it was really funny because like this guy's like, "Okay, I get to make some cool stuff, but not yet. But I'm too impatient, so I'm just gonna make it now." And he makes the dwarves, and he's like, "Ha, they're perfect, and I love them." And then the god of the world shows up, and he's like, "The fuck did you do?" And he's like, "Nothing." And he's like, "I told you not to make people yet. I have to make the elves first." And he's like, "I'm sorry, I'll kill them all with a hammer." And he's like, "Whoa. Calm the fuck down."
And that's why they're short.
Yeah, we're just gonna we'll put him to sleep for a little while. We'll make the elves, and it'll be fine. He's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
But like,
We're just gonna delay their release.
yeah. The
Such
amount
a
of just like
drastic-
instantaneous, and the dwarves were present for all of this. They're like, he's like, "Let me kill them all with a hammer to please you," and he's like, "No, don't do that." The dwarves are like freaking out. It's like, okay, the hell's going on? Let me prove how much I love you by murdering all of my children. It's like, don't do that. Just don't do it.
For some reason, that feels like a reason why I see, and not in a lot of fantasy, but like enough fantasies where like dwarves are less like god focused and more like ancestor focused. Like
Maybe.
they don't like could care less about the gods, but like we only care about people we're related to. Because the god who made us tried to squish us.
Yeah. I think I've somehow made him look more cat.
Yeah. The big old mustaches put him firmly in big old tomcat territory.
I'm okay with this.
The Lorax.
The other funny thing is that Morgoth, the like big bad evil dude of the Tolkien universe, is basically just a kind of a dick.
Yeah.
People are like, "Hey, check it out! I made a mountain," and Morgoth's like, "No!" and he just knocks it over, and they're like, "Okay, check this out. I made a valve. And he's just like, flooded with water. It's like, stop. Stop doing that. It's like,
Only I can make stuff, and only I can sing the prettiest. Proceeds to sing off key.
Yep, pretty much, yeah. He purposefully just sings off key to fuck with everybody, and they're like, God damn it. Stop it. Why are you like this?
Why can't you be normal?
Frost giants are evolved from bearded saber-tooths. Feels okay to me. Yeah.
Bearded saber-tooth cats. They're just an extension of the tabaxi.
We're born from Luxodons. You don't have a trunk.
Not one that you can see currently.
Or the beards just start like, beards have a mind of their own. Good lord.
You're right, I don't have one trunk, I have two.
Is a trunk technically a tentacle?
Technically, it's a nose.
Well, yes, technically it is a nose. But at what point does a tentacle have to be an arm? Because it can also be a penis. Or is that just that for some reason their gonads are on the tip of their arms?
I think the second one.
Okay.
A tentacle is defined as a long, flexible, and mobile organ that is found on some animals, especially invertebrates, and is used for grasping, moving, and sensing the environment. According to this definition, a trunk could also fit the description of a tentacle.
Yep.
Cool. A trunkticle. How did it say?
Though, apparently, specifically like star-nosed moles, specifically their little star noses, are tentacles.
Well, there you go.
So, but doesn't mention elephants anywhere.
No, it does not. I wonder why. Let's see. Any of various elongated, flexible, usually tactile or prehensile processes borne by animals, chiefly on the head or about the mouth.
Interesting.
Still
So
sounds like it works to
that
me.
does sound like a trunk, yeah. Does that mean prehensile tails are tentacles too?
No, because
No.
I believe a tentacle cannot have bones in it.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Also, Jared also said it has to be in and around the head or mouth.
That's cheating. Because like octopuses are they're only
They
head
are.
and mouth.
Yeah, they are only.
Like,
No, they're head and mouth and tentacle.
yeah, I guess so.
Well, maybe elephants' trunks aren't that sensitive to like smell. I don't know.
They should be.
You would think, but yeah, it's
They have they have way more touch receptors than our hands do, I think. Like they're very, very sensitive to touch, I know. But
is an elephant's trunk a tentacle? According to like the Cleveland Zoological Society, yes, an elephant's trunk is a tentacle, as is the human tongue, the foot of a snail, and the body of a worm.
interesting. A tentacle.
But I'm pretty sure the earthworms can like taste all over their body.
That's fun. Worms are terrifying. Just putting it out there.
Rick, you think everything is terrifying.
It's because I understand the reality of the world around me. Like,
Which worms do you like less? Flat worms or round worms?
I mean, bobbit worms are kind of the worst.
I don't know if those are constitute true worms.
Okay. I'll buy that. Flatworms. No, roundworms are worse. Roundworms are definitely worse.
I had those.
Yeah.
Spoiler for people.
People can get these.
Yep. And we're specifically called threadworms.
Don't touch horses. Another reason to not like horses. There you go.
Or dogs. Or anything from the garden, apparently.
Stop putting dirt in your mouth. That's what my mom used to say all the time. Like, don't eat dirt. You're gonna get roundworms. You're gonna get worms. Which she's not wrong. That's one way to get it.
Yep.
That's why pregnant people aren't supposed to touch cat litter. Parasites, yo. Parasites. They're everywhere.
Oh, I stand corrected. Bobbit worms are true worms. I just didn't think they were, because...
Because they have their pinchies?
Yeah, and like an exoskeleton.
Yeah.
I live in the ground!
I mean, that seems like more of like something akin to like a centipede or a millipede.
Ooh, do they count as worms? They have limbs. So I don't
Yeah.
They do not count as worms. They're arthropoda. I'm looking at classifications. Bobbit worms are in the order Unicida.
So here's my question. If you are a centipede, not a centipede, I'm sorry, like a caterpillar,
Mm-hmm.
it turns into a beetle, do you count as a worm? Is a maggot a worm? What does that count as?
So
They might have little arms.
I don't think so, because
If we're talking common parlance, yes. If we are talking if we're talking scientific classification, no.
So
because those are just life stages.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Because people will call anything that squirms a worm.
That was the other thing I was gonna say is like I feel like worm might be more like a fish, you know.
Yep.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Worms crawl in, the worms crawl out.
Elliot's right. They count as larvae.
Larva. Okay.
Yep.
Worms play pinnacle on your snout. Caterpillars don't turn into beetles, but butterflies. Oh.
And moths.
Don't beetles go through larval stages?
Yes.
They do. They're just
But they're not technically caterpillars.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Although I've seen a lot of beetle larvae that sure do look like caterpillars.
I mean I'm thinking specifically of like cicadas and like their larvae. Yeah, they just look like little grubs.
Yeah.
And they go, I gotta go in the dirt. I gotta go in the dirt. And then they're like, I'm gonna come out of the dirt.
That's
I'm
why we
fucked."
call them grubs, not caterpillars.
I think witchetty grubs are also. Oh, is that the difference? Is a grub specifically a beetle? Beetle grub?
I figured that's why we don't call the little things that turn into cicadas caterpillars.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, so
I don't know. Everything about a cicada has always made me think it looks like a moth fucked a grasshopper.
Can we talk? Sorry, I gotta talk about Dan to Dan again.
Go ahead.
So the mantis shrimp guy, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Evolves.
He evolves into businessman. And then
Don't ask me why.
Yeah, that was my question. It's just like
I don't know.
My assumption is when we have superheroes, right? Like they turn into like cicada, Kamen Rider, right? He's like a cicada fighter.
Mm-hmm.
And so if it was a bug first, and then they turned it into a superhero, they turned it into normal Japanese businessman. Was there a superhero, just to like do the opposite thing, right? Which was really funny, but like also kind of confusing.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I've not actually watched the episode. Like I said, I'm a bit behind
I'm sorry.
on stuff. I mean, I know what happens.
Okay.
It's not like a spoiler for me.
Normal Japanese businessman punch. That show is funny.
Because he's technically part of the alien grouping, which is, yep, a thing.
The art for this character is wild.
Did you look him up?
I did.
Yeah.
I had to.
Okay, I think we're gonna call it there. It's almost 1 o'clock. I think we did it. Cinder pillars don't turn to beetles, right? We talked about that. Yeah.
Oh my god, apparently he stings.
Wait,
Or
what?
wait, no, misread something. So apparently the song that plays during the confrontation
Mm-hmm.
between them is an ABBA song.
Interesting. I did not pick that up. Although I am having trouble. I don't know if it's my TV or just my shitty eyes. Whenever they go into like the ghost realm, everything goes monotone, like full saturation color,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes
Red
my
or
eyes.
blue or
Yeah. It actively fucks with my eyeballs. Like if I'm looking at the screen and then I look somewhere else, it's just like, oh, I'm blind now. That's cool. So I think it might be my TV, and I need to turn down the vibrance. But I think we're going to call it there. I think I will be around Friday. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to try to finish up the video today. I have to record the audio still, so I don't know if it'll happen, but we'll try. If I do get that out, it will be this Thursday. If I don't get that out, it will probably release next Tuesday. So I will be gone all next week. And in the meantime, I'm going to try to make some extra shorts and have them release maybe once every day over the week there. So watch out for that. Give those thumbs ups. Go watch the old Mary Loud video. It's great. Yeah.
If you're not going to be around next week,
Hey, no pressure.
well, let me look at the calendar. I might be in not Wednesday because that's the 25th, but next Friday the 27th. I'll probably hang out and draw at the normal stream time in the Discord if
Okay.
people want to hang out there.
Yeah, come hang out with Drew in the Discord then, possibly. I will not be back because I will be driving on Friday or Saturday next week. So,
Yeah.
But we will be here this Friday, so we'll be back for that. We'll finish up some of these things in the list we already have, and we'll just hang out. We'll have a fun time. So, thanks again, everybody. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your eyes on the table. We'll catch everybody on Friday. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Druid and Corvus, for hanging out today.
Yeah.